Alright, boys and girls, this here is a pretty standard issue Holley 4412. This one's VDL. It's been gone through, you know, the choke horn's milled. It's a racing one. This actually belongs to my buddy Justin Good. It's from his late model. I think he also has damn good air school, and I've always liked Justin. We've raced together probably close to 20 years at this point. But I liked him the best when he shoved Dwight Kelly up and almost over the wall at Willow. But that's another story for another time. We're going to tear this down, and it will give you a good idea of how a 4412 is assembled. The 350 CFM ones that the mini stock guys all run, and the street stocks back east run. It's basically the same thing. It's basically a half of a double pumper. So all you Ford boys with an Auto Light 2100, when you start getting porosity and it starts acting like crap and you rebuild it 15,000 times and are sick of it, you just buy yourself a 4412. You know, if you have a kind of warmed up Windsor, anything bigger, anything smaller, you buy the 350 CFM Holley 2-barrel. It's good on 289s. It's good on Pintos. It's good on all kinds of stuff. So, without further ado, we're going to take this first order of business. I always remove the fuel bowl first. 5/16. So any 5/16 or 8 mil nut driver will do the trick. The older ones have big old flatheads in them. You know, just like the Holley 4-barrels, all same shit. It's just primary of a double pumper. That's all it is. So take these out. And we got one more. Easy shit. Bam! Look at that. I can't part easy. Alright, here is our fuel bowl. See, Justin's running a 30cc accelerator pump. A lot of guys have a 30, some guys have a 50. My old street stock, I ran a 50cc on my squirter, and I think Tyler's did too. On my late model, I have 30s front and back. You can see this thing was cast in 08, so it's a fairly new casting. So we'll take that apart in a minute. Metering block, got our jetty jets, got ourselves power valve. See what he had in there for power valve. Ooh, 3.5. Ooh, baby. I'm gonna probably put a 5.5 in there. Get that fuel coming in a little sooner. That'll kind of get rid of the stumble he's been having. Little vent. Got PLA gaskets. And of course, gasket. Alright, disassembling our bowl. We just kind of cracked our float adjustment, our needle and seat here. Just kind of cracked it with a flatty. That's out. This is fairly good, but oh, hey, look! Look! That could be part of your problem, sir. Yeah. Because if it's needle and seat can't close all the way, she gonna flood. Or try to flood, depending on what RPM you're running. If you could idle, this would fuck you up, but I think going down the straightaway, I don't think it'd be a big deal. But that's still no es bueno, sir. So we got that out. Going to pull our float out, and then we're going to do our accelerator. All right, so easy peasy. Kind of need both hands, so I'm going to just break the screws loose. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Get our float out here. Sorry. I need like 6 hands. Screws out. Come on out, bitch. Good thing is, because this is a carb that has only been used for racing, it's fairly clean. It's not like a car that's been ran on the street and driven to the grocery store and all that nonsense. So it's not full of shit, but ooh, float's got some, looks like somebody tried to repair that. See all the goo? That's no es bueno, but this is definitely a roundy round float. But I don't like it when people epoxy floats. That's scary. So I might be ordering you a new float, sir. All right. So I'm gonna grab a Phillips. Of course, Siri decided to interrupt, so I said I was gonna grab a Phillips, and we're gonna take our Accelerator pump apart. Everything feels pretty good. Come on, you pain in the ass. There you go. Accelerator pump. Don't come apart. Now, I know Justin doesn't have anything cheated up in here, which is why I'm using this carb as a 4412 demo, but you know, sometimes I get asked to do carbs that have questionable modifications, and I of course don't want to share that with other competitors, so top secret. Alright, so our accelerator pump diaphragm, not horrible, but it's on the dry side. Our boing boing. And we pull out our little check valve here. Come on out, bitch. Bam. Done. So, other than taking out the sight gate hole for the sight screw, sight plug, pretty much done. So we ain't gonna worry about that anymore. Come over here to our metering block. Get our gasket out of here. These older gaskets are tough. This kind of real heavy ones. So, gonna pull our jets. He's got 78s in it. So that's not horrible. It's about what I would run when I ran a 2-barrel. Come on, bitch. So we got that going. Yeah, I would run 78s. I run 77s, but I think Justin's got a little more motor than I do. But he's also taller than me, so whatever. I've got the jets out. I'm gonna pull the idle mixture screws out. And this is like a 1-inch, or you can grab it with a crescent wrench. Big channies. It's fine. So I'm gonna pull all that down, break that down. Then we'll get to breaking down the main body. All right, so we're gonna get the throttle plate off of the main body. It's pretty fat. Fatty, fat, fat, fat. Phillips is. Pull that off. We will check the throttle shaft, but I don't think we need to take all that stuff out. Mainly because, well, you know, it's not like daily driver used, so I don't think there's, oh, that's fucking cute. I know this thing's welded, Justin, but it's cracked, buddy. So when I get this apart, I'll probably clean that and try to weld that up for you, because Unless you want to buy a whole new throttle plate. I think it'd be easier for us just to kind of weld that up. That's a good catch, because that is scary, boys and girls. You can see that crack right there. Zoom in. It's got more crack than Oprah at a all-you-can-eat buffet. Pretty sure I can make some other crack jokes, but you know, it's fine. So anyway, pulling these screws, and then you'll be able to see what we got. All right, so I got the throttle plate off, and yeah, that's definitely would have been a bad night at the track. That would have come off. You just went back to idle, probably caused a big wreck, or you know, because if you were checked out leading, you would have been really pissed. So I'm glad we found that. I'm going to pull the plastic accelerator pump cam off. That way we won't have that melting, and then we'll weld this up before we put everything back together. All right, so we've got our main body here. We're going to take this one screw out for the accelerator pump squirter. Break that loose real fast. He's running a 25 squirter. Jesus fuck, that's teeny. I'm gonna text you later, buddy, and see what, get some specs on your motor to see what I can do. All right, and then underneath there, underneath the squirter, now the squirter, it does have a special screw. It's tapered. Some of them actually are tapered. Let's see. And they have little holes in them, but that's for big motors. So tip this over real quick. There it is. All right, the little needle comes out. Bam. And that's pretty much all we got, boys and girls. Easy peasy. Bath time. So I went full send, and I put the main body in the cleaner in the drink. Let that soak for a half hour. Then I'll put the other stuff in. So next video will be everything out and spruced up, and me ready to weld that up. I'm gonna order a float tonight, and I have power valves and everything else here. So another thing, real quickly, I noticed that the main body of your carb has been helicoiled at some point, because there's some threads. So I will have to helicoil the main body again. Actually, that's the original threads, so that just means at some point somebody torqued the shit out of it because it was leaking, and of course that's what happens. So I'll just helicoil all of them, because let's make it nice. But getting this stuff ready for the drink. Like I said, main body's in the drink. I'll have to go in the drink again after we helicoil it. But it's gonna be good, sir.